Good afternoon, everybody. This is Luke the Vacuum Saver, tuning back into another video with you guys. Hello. I've missed you all. How's it been? It's been over a month since we've done a vacuum video. Well, first of all, I hope you guys have been enjoying the new videos that have been coming out to the channel recently from myself. And I hope you guys are really enjoying those videos. Checking them out, giving them lots of love, while I give vacuums lots of love that are in need. Now, keep in mind that every vacuum and rug scrubber here in my collection, I got some great news for you that they are doing wonderful. Now, they are all healthy and run very, very, very well for me. Now, some big news. I did get a Bissell cleanview in, but that is missing a dirt tank. So, eventually, one of these days I have an idea of how I want to fix it, and then I'll go ahead and get that going for you guys. And I think we're going to have a great video today because all of you guys exist. So, what do you say we go ahead and have a wonderful start today? So this is the, I don't know what edition we're going to call this a Vacuum Saved yet, but if we don't call it an edition, this is episode 68 of Vacuum Saved already. Let me see. How about the brand new edition of Vacuum Saved? Yeah, we'll call it that. The brand new edition of Vacuum Saved. And the reason I call it this is because they are under a year old. And that's kind of concerning for me with how young these vacuums are and what people have done to them already. Yes, and as you guys know, I have a familiar guest on the left-hand side today. And if you guys know anything about these newer vacuums, that they are really, really reliable and good, but they don't last quite as long as they should, so to speak. If anybody agrees with that, go ahead and drop a like and a comment of why you agree with me or why you don't. But I think that they are a very good vacuum and they last just as long as the old ones if you maintain them. So, yeah. So, what do you say we go ahead and give you a rundown of how each video works? So, each video, I will start out with an introduction, and then I'll go up and show an up and down view of each vacuum for you, and then I'll bring them out to the center here for a story time, and then I'll go ahead and run them on the carpet and give some final thoughts. So, yeah, you guys are going to get to see a brand new restored vacuum today, and yes, tragically I have to stay restored because these should be in tip-top shape. These vacuums should have came to me this way, but of course they did not. And also, big exciting news from Luke the Vacuum Saver channel. I am going to be posting YouTube shorts now of all kinds of pictures, like almost like an album of how these vacuums got saved. So if you guys would want to see that, blow up that comment section and maybe I'll do it for you. So, yeah, thank you for all the support that you guys have given the channel over these years, and let's go ahead and give you a rundown of each machine. So we'll find out model numbers in just a minute here, but you know what, let's start things off on the right foot today with the right hand side. So, okay, ladies and gentlemen, staring us in the face, we have a Eureka Powerspeed. Eureka Powerspeed. Look at how nice that turned out for you today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have to say this tragically, a way too familiar guest on the vacuum channel. But you know what? Jesus knew which vacuum needed my help the most. And just happened this week, it happens to be this beautiful teal thing staring you in the face. So this is a Bissell cleanview Rewind. I repeat, this is a Bissell cleanview rewind. Just look at how beautiful both of these turned out for you today. I'll go ahead and back out a little bit so you guys can have a look at them. Moment of silence for what these had to go through. Thank you much. And we are good to start the video, and I'm more than fired up and excited to tell you about how I saved these and where they came from and whatnot. So, what do you say we keep things off on the right foot today, never the left, but of course we're going to do the Bissell here in a little bit. But I'm talking about this beautiful blue and yellow thing staring us in the face. Let's go ahead and start with the Eureka Powerspeed today. Here, I'll turn it this way. Alright, hello my friends, my people, my family. From Luke the Vacuum Saver Studios, it is Luke the Vacuum Saver. So, what do I got for you today? This is my Eureka the Boss Powerspeed. I absolutely love this vacuum, and I picked this up approximately 1 week ago today. So that was something quite special. 1 week ago today, and it's being filmed. So this is absolutely beautiful here, as we see. And I'll do a walk around the vacuum for you so you can take a look at just how nice this puppy turned out for us today. Okay, so here's the thing with this Eureka Powerspeed. Is this really puts the bar high for the Bissell Power Force Compact Series 2112s. Now, this is honestly a lot better if you ask me. Literally, the second I turned it on to test it, it literally started finding dirt that my other vacuums did not find in the past, even some of my more powerful ones. And I couldn't believe how powerful this one was. And I am forever grateful to be doing what I do for God's people. Not to mention, if you missed the last series, we just celebrated 10 years of saving vacuums for people. And now I'm 21 years old, so that means I've been doing this since I've been 11. And I love every vacuum that's ever come through the door here. Now, I am certainly not a fan of some models that have come through here, but whatever vacuums need me are the ones that are going to get my attention. So, what do you say we go ahead and flip this guy over real fast for just a second and let's find out his model number. Alright, that is not present, but let's go ahead and show you this underbody right now. Goodness sakes, look at how hot this underbody turned out. So let's go ahead and tilt this vacuum back up here. And as you guys can see, it turned out beautiful. Now, I picked this up from Habitat for Humanity in Greensburg. That's going to be on Outlet Way right next to Wow Outlet, actually. They're building down. That's like a second-hand store. Very good place if you've never gone to it yet. I highly recommend you do. So, yeah, this is definitely worth the trip if you wanted to make it. They sell all kinds of stuff there, furniture, everything. Give them a call, look them up online. They're great. Great group of people. And I donate my vacuums to them on almost a weekly basis. So they are going to get very lucky and probably get a few of them out of my collection that I do not need anymore, but some of them are going to stay with me for some extensive reasons, but that's okay. You can't expect everything from these vacuums. So, But one thing I really, really like about this one is how light it is. Look at that. This probably weighs about 8.5 or 9 pounds. But I'll tell you what, for a vacuum its size, it's got some power. So I'm very excited to show this to you. Everybody is filming these online because of how powerful they are, and they truly, truly are. I can't even believe how blessed I am to have one in my own garage right now. And I'm going to enjoy it while I can, as because I probably will be donating it again at some point to somebody in need, without expecting a penny in return. My payment is seeing the smile on somebody's face, knowing that you did something good for them. So, yeah, let's go ahead and put this one back. That is the story time for the Eureka Powerspeed. Very, very, very beautiful vacuum. But so is something staring us on the left-hand side in the face. So let's go ahead and talk about him. This is the Bissell Cleanview Rewind. Alright, my friends, my people, my family, you know what time it is. It's time to talk about how another vacuum was saved. 1 second, let me flip that around. There you go. So take a look at him. This is a Bissell Cleanview Rewind. Now, please do not confuse this with the Bissell Power Force Helix series. This is the Bissell Cleanview series, and the way you can determine that, standby, is because, sorry about that, as many of you know, I'm a volunteer firefighter. My pager was sounding, and I'm not going to have that in a video. Anyhow, this is the Bissell Cleanview Rewind. Please do not confuse this with the Bissell Power Force series. They are a little bit different. But notice how this does have a much newer body compared to the original Power Force Helix. This is a 15-inch cleaning path, and the Power Force is 13. And but the brand new Bissell Power Force series, the 3313 model, has this exact same base plate. But of course, it doesn't have a cord rewind, so this one's got a little bit of VIP bragging rights. So this one is a really, really, really nice vacuum, and I'm so blessed to have it here in the garage. And this one's got an emotional story of how it was fixed. But just take a look at how beautiful this turned out. Now I want to show you something about the dirt tank here, ladies and gentlemen. Now I understand that this is so easy to wonder where's the filter on this vacuum, so I'm going to show you here. And by the way, this does have a really, really, really long wand, by the way, for up above the floor cleaning. So to take that off, all you do is you just pull this hose out of its container here, and you hit this active release wand button. Good as pie. Then you can reach the whole way up here. See, you can reach the whole way up here and beyond. So, in your house. Of course, not my garage. But, but that's a very, very cool feature that most vacuums nowadays do not have. So, I am so lucky to have one that actually does have that feature on it. So, as you guys can see, it is missing some sort of attachment up here. But that was ideally meant for the hose. So that's exactly where the hose is right now. So I am very, very, very blessed to have this vacuum and super excited to have it. I've wanted a clean view for a while. This does have one-pass technology, just like the 3313 does. You can tell by the distinctive two-color brush. Now, I really, really, really like the color of this, because on IUP's campus, we have this assault prevention team, and this exact color is theirs. And I've always wanted a color of that type, and now I finally have one, so I'm super, super excited for that. And as you guys can see, it just turned out absolutely amazing for us here and for all of you on the channel. So I'm looking so forward to having this for quite some time. And let's check out the model number, and I'll tip the vacuum over here for a second and I'll show you its bottom. So let's turn it around here. Beautiful turnout. Okay, so it looks like this model number is 36762. Bissell 36762. So it's a brand new Bissell vacuum, and you can typically find the model numbers right here on the vacuum, right next to the power switch. Mostly, some of them are on other locations on the vacuum. I haven't seen one like that yet, so just know that that's where they are. On commercial vacuums like a Hoover Convertible or Eureka ESP/Sanitaire, you know the drill. They're under the base plate right next to the height adjustment. So here, I'll show you on my Eureka ESP here. You see where it says Eureka? Right about there on the vacuum underneath the base plate is where the model number is. So you're ever looking for that, now you know where to look. So these are my new vacuums, folks. I'm super excited to share these with you. Here, just one moment. We are going to get this one a little bit of a dry for just a second. And as you guys can see, they look absolutely beautiful now, and I think they're ready to go for you. So what do you say we go ahead and get things started on the right foot today with the Eureka Powerspeed? I'll set the Bissell aside for just a moment as we test the Powerspeed. So, and this is the vacuum that everybody and their brother is going crazy about for how good it is. So I'm definitely probably going to give this one back at some point because people deserve a really good vacuum. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this puppy started. I'll bring her over this way. So, okay, let some fresh air flow in. Plug this guy in, headphones on. Okay. And we are ready to test the Eureka Powerspeed. Are you guys ready for this? Now I'm going to give you a little turn on for just a second for how it sounds. Ready? In 3, 2, and 1. Now keep in mind that these were very rough condition when I picked them up. So take a moment to just inhale the power of a restored vacuum. So here comes the Eureka Powerspeed for real this time. In 3, 2, 1. little bit of unexpected ASMR crunching there for you from the Powerspeed. So let's see if the Bissell can live up to that hype too. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I am very, very, very excited to start producing the YouTube shorts for you with music and pictures of how these vacuums were saved, before and after photos, so you guys can see a little bit of the magic that I do behind the scenes of the actual video. So I thought you guys might enjoy that. If you want to see that, let me know, and if not, I understand as well. So there is that one. Now let's get out the new mama, the Bissell Cleanview. All right. Okay, he is plugged in. He's ready to go. But just take a look at that for a second, folks, before it gets destroyed, on how beautiful that tank and the brush roll area turned out on this vacuum. Alright, that's enough to get us up and down the carpet a couple times. So, you know the drill, a little quick fire up of how she sounds. Ready? 3, 2, and 1. I'll run that again. 3, 2, 1. Oh boy, she's sounding real nice. That belt is happy in there, so let's go ahead and give her a test. Alright, here we go with the Bissell Cleanview. In 3, 2, and 1. How about that for a good clean there, ladies and gentlemen? And it actually got some stuff right there. So that's a great sign. That means it's really getting down there, doing what it's supposed to do. So now that's going to make it challenging for another video coming up today. So, oh boy. Let's see what those two vacuums are capable of. Alright, final thoughts, and that has the nice rewind feature, so let's go ahead and get started with that. Okay, so my final thoughts on these two. They are both an amazing vacuum cleaner, as you guys see. I'm in a little message / mural for the video that if you take care of a vacuum, it's going to last you just as long as some of these older ones does. And this has been Lukethevaccumsaver reporting live from Lukethevaccumsaver Studios up here. Keep in mind that YouTube shorts are coming for before and after pictures if you would like. So go ahead, blow up the comment sections that you want those, and I'll get them rolling for you. So thank you for everything that you guys do for my channel, and I'll catch you next time.